Alright, thanks for checking out Scotty's Hobbies. Today we are going to be installing the alternator on this 2003 Dodge Caravan. If you check out my other videos or you came across it, I do have a video of removing the alternator as well. Just trying to speed up the process of these videos, make a couple more too. Make sure you check in the description for parts and tools used in the video. Click on those links to buy if you can, please. And while we're watching, like, subscribe, and share. Comment below with the year, make, and model that you're working on that this helped you on too. And hopefully this gets you where you need to be. Let's get going. Grab your alternator, do a good once over, make sure everything looks the same as the one you took out. On mine, I'm reusing the old fastener or bolt that fastens the battery cable to the alternator. The old one's a little bit more beefier, the new one's flimsy. When you set it into the vehicle, make sure you don't drop it down, do any hard impact, and make sure you don't ruin the electrical connection on the backside of that alternator. You are going to plug in the electrical connection first, push it all the way down so you get the click out of it, and then push in the red lock all the way, so make sure that you can't pull that out on accident. We're going to leave the battery wire off to the side for a second. Grab your first bracket bolt, put it in the top one, or I recommend putting it in the top one just to make it so it can hang a little bit easier. Makes the other ones a little bit loose or easier to put in. Get them finger tight for now. You can see I'm wiggling the alternator around while I'm turning the bolt just to free it up a little. As I mentioned before, the back bolt right here is the hardest, or the bolt between the exhaust manifold and the alternator. It's the hardest bolt to take out and obviously to put in. So this one takes some patience and some knuckle busting, but you can get it in, obviously. When you tighten down the alternator bracket bolts, you should go to roughly about 33 to 35 pounds of torque. So not really too tight, but good and tight. See this back one, it's a little pain. Sorry for the poor view. Snugging it up a little bit more. And now we're looking from the air box towards the alternator, or where the air box would be. Put this lower bolt down in the bracket to the alternator. You're going to tighten these down, and like I said, roughly about 33 to 35 foot-pounds of torque is what you would take. I can't find the exact torque specification on these bracket bolts, but roughly 33 pounds. That's 33 pounds, so about 33 to 35 pounds. These are 15 millimeter bolt heads. If you look in the description, there might be some links to purchase the alternator and sockets if needed. So make sure you click on those, please. Get this one nice and snug, about 35 pounds. What I'm doing here is tightening down the bolt on the back side of the alternator bracket between the exhaust manifold and the alternator. Sorry, such a poor view, but I added it in there so you know that it was tightened up. The same thing, about 35 pounds of torque on that one. Now we're going to go ahead and install the battery wire. So this is the wire that would be charging the battery. Put this bolt on. I believe this one was a 13 millimeter. And if you're going to use a torque wrench on this one, I would go about 10 pounds, 8 to 10 pounds on this one, no more than 12. So it's nice and snug, but not tight at all. You could ruin a lot if you over tighten this one. So only about 10 pounds if you're going to use a torque wrench. It takes a lot longer to get the job done when you're trying to make a good video. So sorry for the poor shots in some angles. Not a torque wrench, but like I said, about 10 pounds. There'll probably be a link in the description by torque wrench too, hopefully 3/8. Nice and snug. That's pretty much it here on the top.
put your belt back on. If you can't remember how your serpentine belt was routed, on your dust cover on the bottom side of your engine, your hood, should have your routing, or when you open your hood right there on the plastic panel by your knees, that should have your routing on there. Now I got all the belt on as much as I can without having the tension taken out. I'm going to use my adapter I used to take it off to reinstall. You can tell, or you can see that in the upper right hand corner I have the belt in my hand that's going to go around the AC compressor. Tension off the belt fits right around everything, and then put the tension onto the belt. Now make sure the belt fits in the grooves on all the pulleys. If they're not, take the tension off the belt and make sure everything is lined up nice and tightly. You'll rip a belt if not. Don't forget to reinstall the plastic cover, the dust panel on the bottom, dust cover on the bottom, and you're good to go pretty much.
Now you can see the charging of the new alternator, 14.27 volts compared to less than 12, I think, before we started, but hopefully this works for a while. If this helps you out, make sure you like, subscribe, and share, and comment below with the year, make, and model that this helped you on. I'll see you on the next hopefully helpful video.